Dude,
town.
you changed that town.
It wasn't like Kevin Bacon and Footloose, where I brought dance to the town and everything.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, actually.
Well, rest in peace to MTV. So you missed the first part of this. I was talking about MTV, and MTV is done. They have you heard that?
No.
They cut the network.
It's over?
So MTV's dead in that no more music.
But what about all the reality shows?
Well, the brand still exists.
Okay, good.
I just wondered what you caught in the news. Nothing?
Nothing.
Any of the
No.
music channels, MTV 90s, MTV 80s, MTV World, they cut all of that. So basically, it's the end of music on MTV.
Dang.
As of December 31st, they ran a little thing that said, that's it, and we're out.
Basically, MTV as we knew it from the very beginning.
MTV as we used to remember it.
Yeah, there we go.
So because you didn't hear that whole first thing at all, I wanted to ask you, if you were to list three things, we can go back and forth, that you remember most about MTV, what are they? Number one.
So, well, to kind of explain, I didn't have MTV growing up. My cousin did. And like anytime we went to my cousin's house, that's what we did. Like it was like,
Did you have to sneak it, like Cinemax After Dark?
no, but like, my parents would hang out with my aunts and uncles while the kids went into like someone's bedroom and watched MTV. And like that's my glimpse of MTV, dude. So the beginning to me was 80s videos.
Like hair metal stuff?
Yes.
Like Guns N' Roses?
Pour Some Sugar on Me. I'll never forget that video because I remember watching it on MTV. Patience.
Is Pour Some Sugar on Me when she's on the front of the hood?
No, you're thinking of Twisted Sister.
No, that's We're Not Going to Take It.
Yeah, she's in the front of the hood.
No. You're thinking, that's not that. Twisted Sister were the dudes that look like chicks.
Yeah. Yes, he had the big blonde hair.
D. Snyder.
Yeah, D. Snyder. Yeah, they didn't have a girl in the hood.
You're thinking of like the Great White or something.
White Lion.
White Snake.
Oh, White
yeah,
Snake. Dude,
that's
we were
it.
all around it.
Yeah.
No. Pour Some Sugar on Me was purely a concert performance, and it was awesome because it was just like their big stage set up, them singing to the camera. It was just awesome, dude. I'll never forget it. And I love that Patience where he stomps on that neon phone. Stuff like that is what I think of like first recollection of MTV.
Because you had an older brother.
Mm-hmm.
You're
And an
go-
older cousin.
You're going to have older music memories than me. We never had MTV growing up either. And what I was talking about a minute ago too was in Hot Springs, which I grew up in Mountain Pine, and Hot Springs was town. Little Rock was the city, but Hot Springs was town, and Hot Springs was a town big enough to have its own cable, and they didn't have MTV on the cable at all. And so when I became old enough, when I was working at KLAZ, I petitioned the cable network. It was the first ever like big radio thing I did. I petitioned the cable network to get MTV. And I went all
Dang.
around Hot Springs. Had
For the
people
whole
sign.
community?
Yes. So the first time we ever got it was when I made a big stink about it on the air, and we got it.
So did people sign your petition?
Yeah, I went outside Walmart,
No
outside
way.
Piggly Wiggly. Yeah.
What was your pitch? Like, what was your, let's get MTV?
Yeah, we don't have MTV. Wouldn't it be cool if we had MTV?
And would people say like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
Or
And
like,
then-
what are you talking about, kid?
Mostly people signed. Mostly, though, I knew who to go to ask, like younger people.
Dude, I've never heard that story. That's amazing.
I hadn't thought about it until I was talking about this. And my earliest memories of MTV weren't until I was 19. And I had petitioned my town to
Yeah.
get it because I still worked in my town. I had moved away to go to college. I was like an hour and a half away, but I drove back to Hot Springs to work every night. And so I petitioned Hot Springs on the cable, is it network?
Yeah, network. Yeah, cable
carrier?
Yeah, provider.
And so they got it. So that's when I started watching.
No way.
Yeah, so my memories are all 90s.
So you never saw Whitesnake Girl in the Trunk?
No, unless it was one of those specialty shows,
Headbangers Ball.
something like that. And then Headbangers Ball, though, got to be a little more alternative.
Yes, it did.
I think, right?
Yeah, it did. It did. That Headbangers Ball for sure became the Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden. Yes, Alice in Chains.
My number one thing is going to be TRL. Watched it every day.
Wow, every day. Carson Daly.
Yeah, because it was on at like 3, maybe,
It was early in the day.
whenever kids were
Because
like
that's
getting out of school.
I have a story. It's one of mine. It's TRL, but for a different reason. So yes, I will say it's about 3 o'clock.
What time did TRL air? 3:30 Eastern time.
Nailed it.
Right.
Nailed
and
it.
I was in college, and I would come back, but I was also working on a pop radio station, so I would watch it because I was interested to see what the artists looked
Yeah,
like.
these were your artists.
And what was crazy to me about TRL was the amount of people that would line up outside and just watch, piles and piles of people.
Yep.
And boy bands. And it was a lot of boy bands. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera,
Avril Lavigne,
Eminem.
Eminem, and I just saw a clip recently of Eminem and Marky Mark being awkward on it together.
Really?
Yeah. It just popped up on TikTok.
So my number one is going to be TRL because I watched it all the time. Your number two.
Okay, my number 2 is Beavis and Butthead.
That was going to be one of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll go to TRL, but for a different reason. But Beavis and Butthead to me was, you talk about like Skinamax After Dark. Parents did not want me watching Beavis and Butthead, so I would go to my cousin's house and be like, "Hey, can we watch Beavis and Butthead? Did you record any?" Like, so we'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, you had to record because there
To
wasn't
VCR.
DVR.
Yeah.
And Beavis and Butthead, if I'm guessing, would come on around 9.
Man, by the time I started watching, it was all around the clock. It was almost, if you turned on MTV, it was on for the most part.
Beavis and Butthead airtime.
9:30 Central.
9:30.
You're nailing these times.
When they would do the original airing.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead was awesome for a couple reasons, and very much it reminds me of Suck It from DX
Mm-hmm.
because that's what everybody did. Now DX was before Beavis and Butthead, but at school in 8th grade, you would do Suck It, and Beavis and Butthead you would do the
All the laughs.
fire, fire, fire.
Bongolio.
Yeah, Beavis, that was awesome. My number 2 is gonna be Beavis and Butthead and Tom Green
Yeah.
because I would watch, and I thought Tom Green was the craziest, coolest, funniest dude ever.
What was his show on there? Was it the Tom Green
It was
show?
a talk show, yeah. And we've had him on this podcast before, and was talking to him. It was actually a show he did in Canada, and it was public access, and it grew from there. And when they came down and did the first season of the Tom Green Show, which exploded in America, it was a lot of his bits that he did on the Canadian show that he would sit in his studio and throw to bits, and it was those bits he did back in Canada.
Wow, that's cool.
But things like sucking the udder of the cow,
yeah.
like the milk out of it, like crazy.
I never saw that live. That was always just later on I saw that stuff. I didn't watch a lot of Tom Green live on MTV.
You did?
No, never.
I was working a night show when Tom Green would come on, but I remember if it was like 9 or 10 on a Thursday, I might have to look at the original airtime.
You'll nail it. Don't worry.
I would watch the show and then watch the timer of the CDs because at that radio station we had CDs, and I would do very small segments so I could watch more Tom Green.
Hilarious.
Mike, what do you have? I'm going to guess Thursdays at 10 Central
He's going to be like, yeah, Thursdays, 10:30 Central.
for the Tom Green Show.
The one I'm looking up, it says midnight. That can't be right.
That's so late.
Maybe that's Canada.
Yeah, it's 10 Central.
Are you making that up?
No.
What night did it come on? Ten sounds about right because Jackass is that era too.
Oh, here we go. 11 p.m.
11 p.m. on
Probably Eastern, I bet.
on what night?
It doesn't say what day.
Oh dang!
It's gotta
Oh,
be
Thursday
Thursday.
nights, Thursday nights.
See, dude, you nailed it. Of course he did.
Yo. I watched religiously.
Yeah, I love that you were in the radio station doing that while you were watching it.
You had to
Yeah.
because in my dorm we didn't record. We didn't have DVR or anything. I mean, nobody had DVR at this time.
No. You'd had to plug in the VCR to the
Yes.
TV.
and then you had to
record
know
it.
how to do it.
Yeah.
And who knew how to record?
One out of like
Yeah.
1,000 people knew how to do that.
Okay, so I have TRL and have Tom Green.
I have
You have
80s music videos.
like hair band.
Yes, Beavis and Butthead.
Go ahead.
And then TRL, but not because I'd watch it on TV. When I was 20, I think I was 20, 1920, my parents decided, when was it? When was 9/11? 2020?
2001.
2001. Okay, it's 2022 because it had just happened.
Wait, you mean 2002?
2002. It had just happened.
Okay.
Yes.
You're
And
confusing
my
me with the years.
parents.
What?
And my parents decided to take us to New York City. Never been.
In 2002.
In 2002.
Right after 9/11.
Right after 9/11. I remember because it was still ground zero. There's a big hole in the ground.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And people, they were still
I'd never been to New York when 9/11 happened, and I didn't go for years for the first time. And to me, that seemed like Hollywood, like not even a real place.
New York.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm from South Texas.
I didn't know if you'd ever been though.
I'd never
before
been.
that.
I'd never been. And so the fact that I was watching, the where the World Trade Center was, and they're still digging stuff out of there, and I was like, we need to go to Times Square. And so we went to Times Square, and Carson Daly was at his window.
Oh, you saw it
Dude,
live?
they were doing TRL, and I'm not kidding. That was the moment where I was like, "That's Carson Daly," and I don't know who that artist is with him, but it's all happening right here, and I'm here. That's the first time I realized that like anything was possible. I know it sounds
It took
stupid.
Carson
I
Daly
know it sounds stupid.
and LFO, but dang it, anything is possible.
Dude, it was the first feeling I had where I thought like, wow, like anyone can come here and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can throw a
You're
rock.
seeing them in real life. Organic matter is doing those
Correct.
things that, like when I said New York seemed like Hollywood, somewhere real people didn't go.
Correct. That was my thought.
Did you just walk up on it?
He was up.
No. Did you just walk up on a taping of TRL
Yes.
while they were up there? It wasn't like you knew it was happening and it was 3 blocks
It
away.
happened to be 4:30 on a
Yeah.
whatever day. Like it was just they were taping it, and you could see all the lights. You could see the studio, and it had MTV written on it, and you can kind of tell, oh, that's a studio. And then he came up with a mic, and he's talking, and the artist was there, and they were pointing at people on the street.
Do you know who the artist was?
No clue.
Do you know exactly what day that was, though? Could you track it back to know exactly what day and we could figure out what artist it is?
I want to say I can take it down to the month. It would be February 2002.
And was it a weekend? No, it couldn't have been because it had to be a Friday
had
if
to-
it was a,
Did they air on Fridays?
yeah,
Is that what
Monday
we
through
said?
Friday.
Okay, so it had to be that Friday. Yeah, it was probably a long weekend for us.
So a
So-
Friday in,
And my sister's birthday, it was her trip, and her birthday is on the 3rd, February 3rd, so it had to be the first week of February 2002,
okay, we'll have our
and we'll see what
crack
guest it
research
was.
team look and see who on that Friday, the first week of February 2002, who was on TRL.
Correct.
I'm seeing Britney Spears.
No, I would have known Brittany. I mean, maybe.
Hold on.
But Brittany would have had a massive pile of people. It would have been so hard to even see it.
On the street?
Yeah.
No, we were all moving along. It was just like if you wanted to stop and look, you could.
So
Not a-
whenever a big artist went, they would go down and it was 75 layers deep.
Dude, I was out of touch with pop music at that point, but I would have known Britney Spears for sure.
Any other Fridays?
It was a female artist though.
Shakira.
It was a female artist, Shakira.
Shakira was heavily promoting laundry service in early 2002 and appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman and TRL on February 5th, 2002.
I mean, possibly Shakira.
It feels like it was someone though that people wouldn't have known if there were, because when they would shoot down, there'd be so many people down there if it was a big star. And they'd have signs.
I never saw those signs. Dude, I don't remember those details, but I don't remember us being like, oh, this is a pain to get through. Nothing like that. Just the fact that, oh, cool, look, this big sign there, and oh, there's the dancing cowboy with his guitar, and oh, look, there's MTV. Oh, that's Carson Daly. Oh my gosh, that's TRL. Like, that's all I really remember of all that.
Anybody else you guys found?
The 5th of February is a Tuesday, so probably not there. You said it's probably
The
a Friday, right?
That's probably, I mean, I'm assuming if that was
Yeah,
when they would
whatever the
air-
first Friday of February is.
February 1st. Let's see.
Just somebody raise their hand if they find who it could be.
God, that'd be cool. I do remember it was a female artist. Didn't recognize who it was.
When they said the name.
You couldn't really. You couldn't
no
even,
one even told you down there.
You couldn't even
like
hear.
that's Michelle Branch.
Mm-mm. You couldn't hear what they were saying. You just saw them. It's
Michelle-
almost.
Michelle Branch was on February 21st.
That's what I remember. That's why I say that. 'Cause
Really?
February 20. No, I don't remember that.
I was like, gosh, how do you remember that?
And also, you may not have been there the first week. Maybe track it down. And let us know later.
Okay. I'll have to think about it.
That would be fun.
I know it was my sister's birthday trip.
My number 3, and it's specifically a few videos, and it's 3 in particular. That Aaron Lewis,
Stained.
yeah, but it was Aaron Lewis and Fred Durst doing Outside.
I'm on the outside.
Yeah. And then Stain, it was their song.
Yeah.
But that video was them together.
Were they just singing? I feel like
It was a live show, yes.
Yeah, Aaron Lewis was like looking down.
And that song was massive.
Yeah.
They showed it all the time, that video. That one, The Backstreet Boys, All I Have to Give. Because your love is all I have to give.
Yeah.
My roommate, Courtney, and I, we acted like we hated boy bands. But we practiced the dance on the chair. They had a chair dance. And that video would be on all the time.
But it was known that you guys didn't like boy bands.
Yeah.
Like already that was established.
So,
You guys were in an apartment? Dorm?
no apartment.
Apartment.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just you two in there.
Just us, yeah.
Okay.
And we practiced the chair dance, which was like 30 seconds of that thing, and we were good at it.
You had your dining room chairs. And, you
And
brought
I
them
liked boy bands. I just didn't say it out loud.
out. Right. Same with Courtney, probably.
Yeah, probably more so him. But I had a job where I had to play boy bands.
So you knew
So
all
I
about
wasn't
them.
anti-boy bands, but I'd be like, we did this because it's so absurd we did this.
Hey, you can't use the excuse of it's content, man.
Yeah, there was no content then. But that song, and then Limp Bizkit, I know I said Fred Durst, but Limp Bizkit and Faith, when that song came out, it was wild how big they got so quick doing a cover.
Yeah.
Because it was such a different sound of a very familiar song
It even sounded like the original song at the beginning.
until it hit.
They
with,
Limp Bizkited it.
You gotta have faith. Yeah. So that would be my
I
thing.
don't remember that video. Do you remember that video?
Oh, yeah, heavily. They were in between buses. It was mostly that.
Like them just walking and singing?
Yeah. Like cutting clips and stuff
Yeah.
of them like just dicking around and then them doing music.
Dude, how about like Kurt Loder?
One of the guys I mentioned in this earlier, because I picked certain people that
Kennedy.
Kennedy, I felt like was pre. So Kennedy would have been, and I'm friends with Kennedy now,
Mhm.
but I didn't know her when she was a VJ. I feel like Kennedy was pre Carson Daly, Dave Holmes,
Yeah, she was.
Kurt Loder.
Yes.
When I first got into it, it was Carson Daly. When Jesse won the VJ competition and Dave Holmes finished second, Jesse was like the stoner dude, really tall, had the really wild hair. He was like, "Hey, buddy, I'm Jesse."
Oh, he was a VJ?
Yeah, he won the
Okay, no.
competition.
Okay, I don't remember.
And Dave Holmes finished second, but they both got a job on the show.
Okay.
But I know there were those rock shows, like Matt Pinfield
Yeah.
had the rock show, like
Dude,
the Hard 120 or something.
Yeah, I saw Matt Pinfield at South by Southwest, and that was awesome.
Bald dude.
Bald dude still looked the same. He was a little older, obviously, but still had the same look.
I feel like Kennedy was right before that group, right
Yeah.
before my class. We've talked about Goo Goo Dolls before.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what Goo Goo Doll song is written about Kennedy?
And I don't want the world to see you. That Iris, Kennedy Iris.
And Johnny Resnick has talked about it before, but it's Name. And I won't tell him your name.
Oh, did they date?
I think they had a very brief, but not, I don't think so. I think it was like super brief and he wrote it about that.
Fun fact.
I can look it up. But yeah, her real name is Lisa Kennedy. But like me, her, and Charlemagne would make a point we haven't done it in a couple years, to go to dinner once a year when we were all in New York. And I was there 5 times a year, not a ton, but we would all go. And I haven't seen her in a while.
Dude, we rode in a car together.
Who?
You, me, and Kennedy. And I was like, this is crazy.
We did?
Yeah. In
Where-
Vegas. I think she was there for something maybe with
She worked
iHeart.
for iHeart for a bit too.
Yeah. So and we were going from, I don't know, hotel to hotel or something. And she rode in the car with us. And I was like, this is crazy. Dude, Kennedy's in the car.
Yeah, she was awesome. She still is awesome. She didn't die, so.
No. She's,
No, yeah.
yeah. She's so
The inspiration, a brief, flirtatious relationship between singer John Resnick and then MTV VJ Kennedy. The secret, Kennedy revealed her full name, Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, to Resnick, who promised to keep it secret.
So I
but
won't tell him your name.
wrote the names. Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
Resnick has confirmed Kennedy's story, stating he was trying to capture a moment from their time together.
That's really cool.
And I won't tell him your name.
Man, that's a cool
cool.
story.
Yeah. Even though you didn't think the Goo Goo Dolls were great.
Still not great, but great story. Great story, though.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mike, well, your MTV history, you're 10 years younger than us, though, so it has to be the television shows. for
Mine
the
started
most
with
part.
Jackass.
Yeah.
Jackass into Viva La Bam, and then into like the later MTV stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So for you, it was never about the music.
Nah, I caught probably the tail end of TRL, but I was more into all the reality shows like the Osbournes. Once that started, that's when I was in.
What about like Road Rules? You guys ever watch that?
Not really, and I didn't watch Real World.
Oh, Real World, dude. The first Real World was mind-blowing.
I put that as one of the pillars of MTV because it not just shaped, created the road for reality television.
yeah.
It's what Survivor, it's what all those early
yeah.
network shows were based off of, was the formula that the real world had developed.
Big Brother.
Yeah.
There would be no Big Brother without
Yeah.
Real World.
So I didn't watch it, but I appreciated it. Also, since we couldn't record shows, and that one probably came on when I was in class,
The time.
Yeah.
What time was that?
I didn't
Do you
watch
remember
it. You know, probably 5 or 6 when I was driving to work or something. I never watched Real World, but understood its significance and
Yeah.
value. But I would see Road Rules sometimes, and I'd watch a little bit of that. But Road Rules is what launched the challenge.
that? Okay.
Like,
Yeah, once you get to the challenge, I get lost with all the different spin-offs.
I've
of-
never seen an episode of the challenge.
Neither have I.
And like Lunchbox loves the challenge. People love the challenge. But
It still goes on, the challenge?
yeah, I think they aired it on CBS on Paramount
Wow.
too for a bit now. I think now it's just a game show for people.
Mhm.
Some from Real World, Road Rules, other MTV shows, but they take people from other shows too, right, Mike?
Yeah, they do.
So that brand. But yeah, the challenge is from like Road Rules, one of the versions of that show.
Do you remember when Real World came to Austin?
Yeah, because I was working in radio there.
Uh-huh.
We would talk to them. We would see
That
them
was-
some.
Oh, would they go to the radio station?
So a couple times, yeah.
Did they come with cameras and everything?
No, I don't think so.
Dude, one of the coolest things ever was when people came to visit, like, you want to drive by the Real World house? And you go by the house or whatever.
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
later became a Vince Young Steakhouse. And then not sure what it is now, but I mean,
Whenever-
it's still kind of a flex to drive by there and be like, hey, that used to be the Real World house.
Yeah, but kids now be like, "What's Real World?"
Yeah, I know. You can't do it to just anyone.
When they finished recording, they did an auction of all the furniture inside that house. Lunchbox went and bought 2 chairs from it.
No way.
2 orange chairs from it.
Yeah, it's now a warehouse.
It is just a
Yeah,
warehouse?
Just a warehouse.
Wow. And it's right by 6th Street because that was such a big part of the show.
It was crazy that Real World was in Austin while we were there.
Yeah.
And you felt it.
Yeah.
Because people talked about it. But also, we probably felt it because, I mean, I was 24.
Yeah. Oh, we were out, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember sometimes you would see the cameras and the lights and someone would be like, oh, there's Real World. And you try to get close, but you really couldn't because there were too many people around. But I remember all that.
It's crazy that Mike doesn't have a music association from his own experience with MTV.
And I think peak MTV for me was Jersey Shore. When that first came on, like 2009, that
Wow.
like changed everything.
Well, now it's 22 hours of ridiculousness every day.
Yeah. Oh, they canceled that now.
It's over?
It's over.
They canceled that show?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That feels like it was such and I should say inexpensive show to make because of how they shoot it.
Yeah.
And they used it so often. He must have been charging a lot per episode then.
Because they were just using other
That
people's
was
videos,
that was
right?
covering a lot of hours.
Yeah, it was on for 14 years, 46 seasons.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just going to air this year and then it's done.
Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, Rob Dyrdek.
So I didn't know
Is-
much about him, but my wife loved watching Big and Rob. And so when we first moved in together during COVID, that was like our comfort show. So we watched Big and Rob on Amazon.
Yeah. Rob and Big was great.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say?
A big, it doesn't matter.
It
Big
does because Big and Rich.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
Rob
no
and
one says
Big.
rich and big.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to make
It's a
sure to
whole
say it
different other
right.
meaning.
But I did kind of like that show. And then I think he built Fantasy Factory.
Yeah. That was good too.
So that was the first time you'd watch it with before you were married.
Yeah, 12, 13 years after it had aired. Chanel
That's
West
cool.
Coast, who's now trying to be a country singer or trying to be an artist. And like her videos will come through.
Wow.
On the show, she looked like super cool and like someone you want to hang out with. I don't know what she is now. It's been 15 years. People change.
Mhm.
She doesn't look like the same person. Obviously, we're all older. But she also didn't seem like a country singer on
Uh-huh.
that show. I just missed the transition period from when she went from that to whatever artist she is now. But Chanel West Coast was cool on the show.
Mhm. Did you ever tell Bob Pittman the story of?
Bob Pittman, by the way, our CEO who started MTV.
Did you ever tell him who you talked to many times?
Yeah.
Did you ever tell him the story that you petitioned to get MTV?
No,
in your
because I haven't thought about
you
that.
have to tell him that story. Like you have to. One of these days, it's just like, hey, I never told you this. I thought you'd get a kick out of this.
I don't know if you care.
Dude, that's amazing that you brought MTV to
Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yes,
I
that's
did.
amazing.
I was trying to remember the cable network when I was telling the story earlier, and I couldn't. But it was like one of those memories because I didn't have it planned.
A little local provider,
Yeah,
so it wouldn't be like Time Warner,
no,
Cox.
mm-mm. But I was telling the story of the first time that I saw MTV, and I was saying, and the people that are listening now heard it, and I went, "Oh yeah, I'm the one who got it for our hometown."
Yeah, amazing.
But it wasn't that big of a deal.
But it is. The fact that you
no,
thought,
it is. But I'm saying the
dude,
town.
you changed that town.
It wasn't like Kevin Bacon and Footloose, where I brought dance to the town and everything.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing, actually.
Well, rest in peace to MTV.
Yeah, just found out. Rest in peace.
The brand is not dead, but they don't show music anymore.
You talked to Bob about that?
Nah. Nah.
No. I just sent him a text. Sorry, dude. Rest in peace. Your baby.
Did you see the clip, Mike, of when they shut it down?
Yeah,
It was just like a graphic.
it's weird.
Was Max Headroom MTV?
Max Headroom. I watched Max Headroom, and do you know the real story about that? How
Yes.
they hacked into, I think it was Chicago, the Chicago News.
Yeah, a local TV station.
Yeah.
During the news.
Mhm.
And they came back on me like, we don't know what that was. It looks like somebody took over our signal there for a
If you
second.
search it on YouTube, you can watch the original.
It's really cool to see.
It's crazy.
But I just remember, I don't really remember any
Max
of
Headroom
that.
was a network television show. But
Okay.
but it may have been like an MTV cartoon or something.
It was MTV and music videos. Like they brought him in to introduce certain videos.
Oh.
Almost as like his own VJ.
Got
style,
it.
Yeah.
But he had a network television show too.
So his identity was revealed eventually?
No.
Like the guys that...
I don't think so. I don't think
The
they ever
real
did.
incident, no.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
they
that's
just-
cool.
The guy hacked
I mean,
at a time
hacking
when
wasn't a thing.
right.
Like, hacking wasn't a word because no one hacked.
And then I was watching how they made the television show with him, and they actually had a guy in makeup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they shot him moving
almost-
around.
and
It wasn't
glitch.
all just like computer animation because they didn't have the ability to do that at a high level.
Yeah, dude, that TikTok video is cool. I mean, it comes on once in a while just of the original hacking.
So I can read you about the Max Headroom signal hijacking because it's not
And-
even called hacking. And is that what hacking is? Signal hijacking?
Yeah, it's still hijacking.
What's the signal hijacking? Hacking.
Unless hacking is specific to internet.
I would call it sacking.
The Max Headroom signal hijacking was the hijacking of the television signals of two stations in Chicago in 1987 that briefly sent a pirate broadcast of an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask. So Max Headroom had to have already been a person of some kind if there was a mask,
Yeah.
right? Unless they created it themselves.
Eerie looking. Oh, no.
No, it looks like Joe Biden.
It was a handmade mask.
Oh, it was?
It wasn't like he wasn't already a person.
It looks like a young Joe Biden, though.
Yeah. What, like kind of cool. He had sunglasses, right?
Yeah. Yes. The first incident took place in a sports segment, WGN 9 o'clock. A person wearing a mask swaying erratically in front of a swiveling metal panel.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to know about Max Headroom, the person. Like, did this person invent Max Headroom?
The character already existed before this.
Oh, it did.
Okay.
In what?
I
Like
don't-
comics?
that I don't know.
Interesting. Let's look it up here. Max Headroom is a fictional character played by actor Matt Frewer, advertised as the first computer-generated TV presenter, CGI character. So he did music videos in Okay, he debuted in 1985 on Channel 4 in the British cyberpunk TV movie
Okay.
Max Headroom, 20 Minutes into the Future. So it must have been right after this movie.
That's when the hack. So the hacking probably was something completely different.
Oh, it wasn't the real Max Headroom. It was somebody wearing the mask.
Somebody wearing his
But
mask.
Max Headroom apparently was big in Europe.
Oh.
2 days after the TV movie was broadcast, Max hosted Channel 4's The Max Headroom Show, a TV program, but they spell it European with the E at the end,
Oh.
where he introduces music videos, comments on various topics, and interviews guests. During its second and third year, it aired in the U.S., and then it was on ABC in 1987 after the hacking. I always thought it developed from that hacking.
I did too. I guess it had nothing to do with it.
I didn't know it was European either. I like it less.
And I'm glad it's connected to MTV because I had no idea. I thought it was. I just didn't. I wasn't sure of it.
Because I think it was introduced music videos, right, Brandon?
Mhm.
On MTV? Yeah. Well, there we go. We spun out.
Love that.
Okay. That's what's up. Thank you, guys. This has been a rest in peace to MTV, sort of.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
And who knew that Ridiculousness was canceled? I guess Mike was the only one that knew that. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys later. Goodbye, everybody.